This one goes out to all my people with AIDS and all my folks that are unvaxxed. You know, vaccine acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Look it up. Check it out. I was forced terminated because I wouldn't take on tracking and tracing, and because I wouldn't do a PCR test from Facebook as an engineer. I said no, because I knew what was next. I knew they were going to come with that stupid ass mandated shot, which they did, but I didn't even accept the first before that. Now I'd have liked to got out earlier, but I also lost custody of my son, and I haven't seen him for 3 years, basically because they painted me out to be a monster when they brought in my Facebook comments that said that I wasn't going to wear a mask because I'm an engineer, and I actually know that that's not how these masks work, and that was insidious in what they were suggesting and thinking that it made protection when it was all about using it as a muzzle. And I made many comments about how it was used to distract, scare, to muzzle dissent, and it was a warfare tactic. So then I started, previous to that, we had started Tacos and Roses, where we were bringing showers and food and clothes to people in the homeless encampments in Oakland, Berkeley, and Richmond. And so that was going really well. We served like millions of people. We got a lot of support. Not millions of people. I wish we would have served millions of people. We served hundreds of people. Not yet. And it was it's just been a great experience. Excuse me, I'm in the rain right now in my car, but I wanted to get this video out there because I think we're all in this situation, and what's going on. I want to kind of wrap it up so that we can create something that builds off of this momentum. And so what happened was, as I was working and doing these things out in the streets and we were getting momentum, I broke my neck, C4, 5, and 6. And so, as you can see, I've had surgery and they had to fuse that, but I lost all motion of my left arm. I couldn't. This is in December of 22. And so I've been working in physical therapy. They didn't know if I was going to be able to get it back, but here I am fighting it out, and so I filed for unemployment and was denied, and it takes 6 months to even get disability, and in between then you can't make a certain amount of money or you won't qualify for disability. On top of the fact that I just don't trust if I even were awarded disability, what's going to happen when this economy crashes. I don't want to be stuck in a situation where I'm depending on them to hand me their CBDC money and I sign away all of my rights. Not like I got money as it is, but what I'm saying is we can use what we have now to create a hub, or basically I want to focus on moving away from these fake ass slave notes, that are debt and dead presidents, and start to build value within our communities between each other through services and skills that we would offer to each other. And we could do it on a 1-to-1 hourly, or we could do it at 2-to-1, or whatever ratio we want. But that's a model I wanted to give everybody so that we can start to think about, because most of us are professionals, and most of us have acquired different skills. Some of them aren't going to be as useful in the coming future, but we can start to make that transition now and work with people that have different skills. And so that either we're learning how to do what they're doing, or whatever we're trading, but we need to bring something to the table ourselves. And so we can do that ratio, and we don't have to even exchange money. So I want to offer that. And then also, that's a good start, but what we really need is practicing principles in all of our affairs, because that's why they created a constitution, so that when the shit hit the fan, they knew how to deal with it. They would deal with it calmly, because they had already, it's like training in a boxing, you finally get into the fight, but prior to, they did all this training. They looked at it and calm, cool, collected after they had gone through this war and won independence, and said, look, if we were going to set this up, what is things that we want to guarantee that we don't fuck with if the shit hits the fan, because we'll just undermine ourselves. And so that's the whole, they've they've completely demolished that with their emergency powers. So there is no constitution, and that's why they're able to run ramshot on us. So what I'm suggesting is that we start to work together with those on those skills, trading skills and services on a ratio basis, and we start with working with these principles of honesty, transparency, integrity, kindness, courage, these things that are incorruptible. And we could write a few tenets on that, but just knowing to focus on those types of things, and around that we can, if we practice those in our daily affairs, we can unite ourselves and call ourselves under a banner. And I would suggest that we become the blue collar block party, because it's a block party, and it should represent the middle class. We need to bring back the middle class, so that we can find strength in the median, and really that's where I think that we're going to learn how to find balance. So those are some suggestions that I wanted to bring to your attention. I hope that I'm going to set up something on the website where we can start to exchange, put a hub up. I think we should get a hub on our website that lists different people and the services and the skills that they can offer, and then we can start to work from there about how we could, trade those skills and services when the shit hits the fan, because best believe the shit is coming. And when it does, we don't want to be stuck with our dick hold in our hand. We want to have a plan of what we can do so that we can gain some leverage, and keep our feet underneath us. We don't freak out and go, oh, the world is ending and now we got to do what they tell us. No, we can build something else, and we can say no, because we'll have an alternative. So we need and that's what Tacos and Roses was all about, is starting to create this alternative. And really, like, all that is saying is that each of us have something to offer to this. And, the institutions are fighting against the people. So if you're a person, a people, not a person, that's a corporation, then we've already won. So the people have won. So we need to claim our victory. And that's what's going on now. But in order to do so, we have to wake up to the bullshit that they're trying, the lies and the narratives and all this stuff that they keep us in the dark about, so we don't know how to decipher this stuff for ourselves. And so learning how to look at fear, no matter what our fear is, and then outline that so that we can turn towards something that's bigger than that, greater than that, and practice harmonize with those types of principles that are going to overcome the darkness in the stuff that we label as our insecurities. We have these powers to overcome, and that's what we should do. So it's not something we're going to be able to do alone, although it is an individual path. So this is the sifting, so it's something that's kind of scary, but it's also exciting because we get to come closer to what reality is and really weigh what is of value, really get back to what is the most high and reassess our priorities. So anyways, get at me, cmorris at tacosandroses.org, or just hit me up, whatever, or keep doing your thing, and we'll touch bases, take some of these ideas, put it into your working community, and let's continue to work through this revolution and realize that we are at war no matter what they tell us, because they want to keep us on our heels.